Welcome back, guys, to Trails in the Sky, second chapter, where last episode we continued our exploration of Gransel, leading us into the eastern Gransel sewers for a bit of monster slaying and checking out the newly accessible docks area. We then set out along the Erbe scenic route, defeating the Chronosiders outside the Royal Villa so we could head inside, now starting a hunt for the hiding lost girl.
So when they say in here, they definitely don't mean out front again. Just in the building itself. So out front here should be good. Let's randomly confuse Ham again. I can't change camera angles much, so that's going to be a bit annoying. And I'm guessing if she was in this room, you'd have probably found her already. So by the lounge, he means the bar. Right? Ah, Turbulent! He's late. Too late, I say. Curse you, Philip. How much time does it take just to purchase a magazine and some donuts? Blast it! How long does he intend to keep me? Hey! Oh. You! Oh, didn't I see this noble in the castle during the coup? Choo-choo-nam. Oh, joy of joys. Hello, Uncle. Have you all been well? Ah, have you no shame, Claudia? And you, brigand! Because of you. All because of you. I've been forced into this life of shame. How's the rest of all things? Okay, I don't think it's really fair to say it's our fault. You're the one who bought into Colonel Richard's plan, you know. You should be grateful you live in a kingdom as forgiving and merciful as Lebel. With this Erebonia, your nobility would only serve to speed you to the gallows. I confess that imprisoning Her Majesty was out of line, perhaps. Richard may have suggested it, but I should have gainsaid him. So you can actually admit you were wrong about that whole idea? That's pretty humble coming from you. Do not misunderstand me. I love and respect Her Majesty. As both a ruler and an aunt, she is utterly above reproach. But you, Claudia, to consider naming a little girl like you as a successor is simply madness, unacceptable insanity. Now, just a second. Chloe's smart, studious, kind, merciful. She's got all kinds of virtues that attract people to her. Why do you get off calling her a little girl? Estelle, that's enough. I've always admitted that I'm not ready to take the throne. I suppose it's only natural my uncle finds that plan pleasant. But Chloe always did have some sense at the very least. But you, Claudia, have always seemed allergic to attending public ceremonies. I am far better known among the citizenry, while you remain a veritable ghost. You have not once publicly demonstrated that you are ready to stand above others. Why, from what I understand, you hide your true identity while living as a student. And if that weren't enough, you even waste your time in some backwater orphanage. You should be presiding over the common rabble at ceremonies, not wallowing in the mud with them. That is the purpose of nobility, to stand above all other men in lordship. It's as you say, Uncle. I admit I don't really know much about the purpose of nobility, so you might have a point. Of course I do. But I can say this. Chloe is trying her very hardest to figure out what she wants to be and is helping us out in the middle of her own problems. And she sure as hell is doing a lot more than some duke who sits around doing nothing because he's under house arrest. What? You dare? Estelle, Uncle Dunan, I'm trying as hard as I can to find my own path as I help Estelle. To think by the end of it all, we will know if I have the right to become the next queen or not. So please, hold your judgment until then. What? Ah, this is absurd. I will deal with this no further. Be gone! Trust me, I don't want to stick around. No, come to think of it, I need to. I've got to ask one thing. Has a girl in a white dress come by here? What are you talking? No little girls have come by. Be gone. Yeah, sure. Enjoy your donuts or whatever. Pardon us. Thank you for the sub, by the way, Link. 16 months, thank you very much. Aha, I'm finding the urge to strangle that guy! He's all acting like he's the most innocent person in the world while insulting Chloe at the same time. No, his criticism was fairly reasonable, I think. His concept of nobility is perhaps outdated, but he is correct about the qualities one must possess to lead. But wait. I'm not sure I agree with fame being a prerequisite for rightful inheritance. Countless rulers in days past were unknown upon their ascent, and still they performed great works during their respective reigns. Erbe only had one such man. After the deaths of all potential heirs due to civil war, one unsung hero took the throne in their stead. That man is now haired as the Emperor who returned Erebonia to his former glory. That was Emperor Dreikel's, correct? The very same. My point is, Lus, you have nothing to worry about, Princess. Maybe. Still has a point about my readiness, however. To tell you the truth, I'm glad we met him here. I think I've gained a new sense of what I'm lacking. Well, I'm glad you got something positive out of it. Anyway, shall we find us a lost girl? Yes, let's! Right, do we check out more of, like, the entrance part over here? Oh, a girl wearing a white dress. Now you mentioned, I think I saw someone like that playing around here. Do you know where she went? I'm sorry, I don't quite remember. Darn it. Hey, does this fountain run on normal energy too? Dad said lots of things run on normal energy in the world. I see. This suddenly feels worthy of royalty. Just being here makes me feel like I've become a prince myself. Oh, he's such a romanticist. If he is a prince, then I suppose that makes me the princess. Does it? Is that how it works? I'm not sure. What? What? There's no one near the bench. She's not behind the bench of the planter. Hey, maybe she's in the planter. She's not actually a cat, Estelle. Yeah, I guess not. Oh, really? We've got to actually look around? There's no one near the bench. 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 My favorite song of all. There's no one near the benches. There's no one in the fountain. Alright, where were we? Let's head up here and keep going indoors. La Belle Kingdom is quite small on the map, and yet it feels anything but now that I'm actually here. The people are kind, and no matter where I go, the view is breathtaking. There's no one near the bed. I am Walter, a senator in the Republic's Parliament. I've come a bit early in order to inspect the site and prepare for the signing ceremony. What a remarkable villa this is! It needs more than sufficient for hosting the ceremony. Not that Walter, then. This is the lounge, so we don't really want to explore here. Because you're the founder. Well, that's the idea, anyway. No one under the table. There is a large dining table. Oh! Maybe she's hiding under here. Yeah, I didn't think so. Putting that aside, bending over in your current outfit may not be wise, Estelle. Huh? How to put this delicately? Your unmentionables are now quite mentionable. Excuse me? He's right, Estelle. You're wearing a skirt, remember? Right. Yes, she did go very spread-eagled. No one below the table. We now know that. That was not the demure kneeling that some of the skirts should use. There are ways you cannot sit. There's a lovely podium here. Estelle peeked underneath it, but there's no one hiding here. Oh, I'm so sure this was it. I think she's a bit less predictable than that. You consider that predictable? I wouldn't have. It's like an important place right now. There's the Crest Room where the non-aggression pact signing ceremony will be held. Yeah, is that so? Yes, of course, on the day itself, there won't be an ambassador from the Empire's... Or won't just be ambassadors from the Empire and Republic. There'll also be a representative from La Belle Kingdom present. I didn't really get a chance to look at this place when I was here during the coup d'etat. It's kind of nostalgic. You saved me when I was held here. It's touching to know the room from that time is being used for the signing ceremony. Hey, yeah. Still though, now that I can just relax and have a good look at it, it really is a very dignified room. Absolutely. That's why I always work extra hard when I clean it. I'm not great at cleaning, but I understand how you feel. Well, good luck with it. Yes, thank you. Should have asked her if she saw a little girl. Would have made more sense. Right, not under the benches. Not hiding behind the things. Let's try this room next. Is she in the bookcase? Fine art is lined up here. What? The books are fine art, are they? Not normally what I thought would be said. This pot presented by the Republic Ambassador is quite lovely. Yep, the Republic sure has some nice poetry and pottery. I can spot their quality from an arg away. How long's an arg? That's an imperial pot, sis. It's written right on the label. What you have to do is read it. Talk about a high roll inducing. Yeah, sure. Alright, anything going on here? This is an Eastern style pot. Yes, I know. It's a beautiful plate. Is she in the big jar? Big scarlet pot sits here. Hey, it's the pot that had the spare key and freed the mana. It's sort of an actual kid-sized pot, so maybe she's in here. I doubt that. Unless you think she's so skinny as to squeeze through that thin an opening. Again, not a cat, Estelle. Oh, good point. Look behind it, though. Throne of the last king, a chair much favoured by the previous king Edel III during his time at the Erbe Royal Villa. Well, it doesn't look like she's inside the things, so okay.
Where is this kiddo? She's in the fireplace. She's Santa. She is not in the fireplaces or beds. Okay, the library. Anyone here? Is that a book you're looking for? A girl? No, I haven't seen her. There's always a book I'm looking for. Give me the book. I'm always looking for books. Right, not under the tables. Can't change the camera angle here. Not in the corners. Not in the way there. Oh, seems like she's not hiding around here, huh? Maybe that girl makes fools of grown-ups. I wonder if Raymond has already found her. Maybe he has. I mean, that's the only room we haven't checked out at this point. She's not in the pond. She's not drowned. She's not in a bird. She's not in these corners. She's not on the bench. She's not fish. How dare we end up having to find the hide-and-seek champion of 2019. Or 1202 or whatever it is. Right, well, I haven't found this girl at all, so... Doesn't look like she's in here either. Yeah, I thought I saw something then. Actually, that'd be a really good hiding place, because that's where you hid, right? Are you covering for her? Estelle checked under the counter just in case. Of course it's going to be the last place you blood... You wouldn't look at a place that he was looking because you wouldn't... Why? Hey! Something the matter? You could say that. Meow! Oh, I lost. What the? Aren't you the girl we met at Airleton? I thought it might be you, Rennie. Hello, miss. I'm happy you remembered me. Goodness, I wasn't expecting her to be an acquaintance of yours. So your name is Rennie, right? That's right. Sorry for keeping it a secret, mister. Don't worry. Rennie, why did you run off and play hide and seek, Lala? I was worried. Because I'd heard Miss Estelle was coming. I wanted to play hide and seek with her, so I worked really hard to find a nice hiding spot. Well, okay. It's kind of incredible you knew it was us coming, though. You said your braces, right? I heard some braces would be coming. We are, yeah, but we're not the only brace in the world, you know. It could have been someone else. Well, I believed. I knew you'd be the ones who'd come. I see you did. I guess I can't argue against that logic. Well, putting that aside, where did your mother and father go? Why were you playing all alone? Oh, miss, your clothes are funny. When you get cold with your belly out like that? You get used to it. It's very comfort. But that's not the point. About your parents. Your skin is so dark. You're from the south across the sea, right? Are you really okay with how cold it gets here? I travelled all over as a performer for the circus, so yes. I'm fine in heat or cold. More to the point. Would you mind telling us what happened to your parents, Rennie? Oh, okay. So where did Papa and Mama go? I'm not so sure either. Wait, you don't know? Not at all. I came here with Papa and Mama to play. And after lunch, Papa gave me a real serious look and said, Rennie, Papa has something important to do, so he and Mama have to say goodbye for now. But don't worry, once it's done, we'll come and get you. Be a good girl until Papa comes back, alright? They just... What the hell? I'm already 11, so I said, I'll be good, Papa. And after that, Papa and Mama left. Well, this is quite a bit worse than I imagined it would be. I certainly wasn't expecting something like that. What should we do? This seems to be quite a bit beyond just finding her parents at this point. Yeah, tell me about it. Sherry, you think we should... You don't need to ask. I'd never leave her here like this. Don't worry, Raymond. We'll take good care of this girl for now. Hey, Rennie. Do you want to visit the Capital's Brace again with us? I bet we'll be able to find your Papa and Mama easy peasy. Really? But Papa and Mama said they had something important to do and to wait here. It's okay. We'll definitely find them. Trust in Miss Estelle, okay? Okay then. I'll go with you. Thank you, Miss Estelle. It's okay. Stick close by, though, Rennie. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Thank you again. Take good care of her. Don't worry. You can lead us to us. So let's get back to the guild house. Job done. We found ourselves a kid. And now we can't go into any more battles. So I can't really explore the rest of your senior route, can I? Honestly, I wasn't sure what to do. I haven't known that she's in the guild's hands set me at ease. I'll leave it to you. That is the last place you'd look. Oi, oi, oi. Because why would you look there? Because he should be able to notice, surely. Pretty good place, though. Basically, hiding right underneath the nose of the person who's looking for you is a pretty good plan. Alright, we haven't fought one of those owls yet, so I don't know what their abilities are anymore, but we will, of course, will not engage in battle while we've got a little girl who could easily be blown up by spells and abilities. I said I bet you down here there's going to be a chest now. This is the wrong way to go. Yeah. So we need to come back for that. Let's get it dropped off of the Bracer Guild and hope everything's all killed after that. I'll take the Tear Bomb. You don't find anything this time, but maybe if you keep on opening and closing this one chest over and over again, don't actually do this. We can stow a girl in there. Should be safe there, right? Definitely 100% safety. And there's another chest there. The fourth of our plaques. Same numbers and colours, of course, of the 4 towers. Well, let's head back across the Royal Avenue. Ah, yes, you are. And find the butler. Huh? Oh my, Philip. How have you been? The concern does me too much credit, Your Highness. I hope you and Miss Estelle are well. Have you been to the villa recently? We have, actually. You were, busy in the capital, I take it? Yes, I was making some purchases on the orders of His Highness the Duke. Did you, perchance, encounter His Highness while you were at the villa? We encountered him, alright. We wanted to be nice to say hello. It's been some time since the, unpleasantness. In your expressions, I take it you said something thoughtless to you once again. As his retainer, you have my utmost apologies. No need to apologise for him, Philip. I have to admit, I was a little worried when I'd heard he was placed under house arrest. He seems to be taking it well, however. It is kind of you to say so. Now, I fear I must be off. If you'll pardon me, Your Highness. I guess Philip's job is even harder now. He's been taking care of Dunan since Dunan was young, right? Been Dunan's retainer for the past 20 years, from what Grandmother tells me. I believe he's a member of the Royal Guard before then. Wait, really? Philip? Wow, I guess you really can't judge by looks. Huh. You really shouldn't underestimate him. Even I can tell he's not just an old guy. Huh? What do you mean, Rennie? Oh, you know, like how he can walk with his eyes closed? I sure couldn't do that. I think they're just narrowed, Rennie, not closed. I mean, you noticed how he opens his eyes when surprised, right? Really? I didn't. I want to see, Maybe I can get a good look if I surprise him next time. This girl, those parents, this timing. It's a bit weird. Right, back to home we go to drop this girl off so I can check those chests. Because one of them's got to have a chest monster, right? We've had a severe drought of chest monsters. No chests along this path, after all. Am I going the right way? Yes, I am. What's on that route again? Green Gate. Definitely going downwards would have got me to more chests by the look of it. Well, I'm glad we have Haze. Really helps us out. Okay, let's get back to the guild. We need to talk to Elnan about Rennie. It's very important, yes, but the army should be sending their contacts soon. You didn't forget, of course. Oh, Estelle. What's wrong? You said you're going to show me to the skill place, right? Well, milady, please lend me your hand. I, Olivia Lenheim, shall have the honour of escorting you. No, thank you. I'd rather Miss Estelle to show me. My disappointments are ceaseless. Sorry, Olivier, no luck. Go on, Rennie. I'll show you the Bracer Guild. Yay! Olivier is turned down by everything that moves. Oops, late again. You are. As I thought, Troy was getting sidetracked. Hey, you in the white. Do you mean me? Yeah, you. Aren't you going to come say hi? Oh, why'd I have to say hello to you? Everyone who comes to this town has to come say hi to me. I don't want to.
what did you... After all, my papa said a gentleman always introduces himself first. I don't want to be friends with someone who doesn't practice common courtesy. Ugh. Yeah, thinking you're the big dick around town. Right, well, before we go to the Bracer Guild, I'm just gonna... Seeming things have reset. Nope. It's about time for the army to come. Let's hurry back at the guild. Oh, right. Oh, we weren't going this way. I was going to talk to Anton. Why don't you let me talk to Anton? Where should we go today? To the Bracer Guild. That's where. We're back, Elnam. Oh. Hey, Major. Oh, Lieutenant Colonel. Hi, Estelle. Hello again, Miss Bright. We seem to be running into each other quite a bit these days. Well, hey there, Colonel Cid. Ah, so Cassius sent you to help us. That makes sense. You came back from Leyston, I'm guessing. That's right. I just arrived here a little while ago on one of our patrol ships. I apologise for the wait. No, it's okay. We actually had a little job of our own to take care of. Speaking of which, would that young lady be... Alright, yeah, she is. Some stuff went down, so we had to bring her along. Hey, Rene. We've got some things we need to talk about with the army man. Can you go wait on the second floor? Oh, is this work stuff? Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, I guess I don't mind. You're just like Papa. It's always work, work, work. I don't really like that very much. Ah. Rene, right? Do you want to talk for a little while? I want to get to know you. With you? Well, okay. I guess we could. Okay. We'll be on the second floor, Estelle. Phew, saved by the Tita. Well, you report on the situation and wait for now. Let's hear out Colonel Cid first. Sure. Go ahead, Colonel. Thank you. I'm in a hurry myself. So this is an official request from the Royal Army. There's a series of incidents we'd like to investigate. Incidents? Why does the way you say that make me shiver a bit? You're aware of the non-aggression pact, yes? I'm afraid a threatening letters have been delivered to all parties involved in the signing. Someone's threatening the treaty? That's not good at all. What did the letter say exactly? Please have a look. To all parties involved in the non-aggression pact, immediately back down from this act of deceit and false compromise. Should you not, a great disaster will be visited upon you. What in the... Well, that isn't very open to interpretation, is it? Is this the entire letter? Yes, that's the entire thing. As you may have noticed, there is no name or any other indication of a sender. Normally I simply dismiss it as a prank. However, something about the situation makes you believe it's more than a bad joke, yes? Yes, it's the volume of letters sent, you see. The first arrived at Leyston Fortress. Copies were then sent to the Airship Company, Gransel Cathedral, Hotel Rumbam, and the Liberal News Service. Then copies arrived at both the Erebonian and Calvard embassies, the Erbe Royal Villa, and even Gransel Castle itself. 9 letters in total. Who sent that many letters? Yeah, that'd be a lot of work for a prank in poor taste. I can see why the army would start to get concerned. It's strange though. The Airship Company, the Liberal News, and even the hotel and the cathedral. None of these locations have anything to do with the signing, do they? They're not totally unrelated, to be honest. The Airship Company should be sending out charter vessels to ferry the Imperial and Republican officials here. They will, of course, be staying at the Ruinbaum. Furthermore, the Churchill, specifically Archbishop Current of the Cathedral, has been asked to be an observer at the signing. And the Liberal News has been preparing a special report on the pact and signing for weeks. So they are all connected somehow. So do we have any idea who's behind it? That could be a difficult question to answer. This is an international matter, meaning anyone from Liberal, Erebonia, or Calvard could be responsible. Yes, the Warhawks are neither the Empire or the Republic for starters. It could even be someone from another country entirely who isn't happy to see all 3 countries working together. Of course, there are plenty of suspects in Liberal as well. And we can't forget the obvious answer, the Society. So what will we be investigating, Colonel? Right then, the mission. We'd like for you to investigate all the locations that have received the letters, see if anyone has any further leads. Minus Leyston and Erbe, that is. We'll handle those. The other 7 locations are yours. So the Airship Company, Gransel Cathedral, Hotel Rumbam, the Liberal News, the Erebonian Embassy, the Calvardian Embassy, and Gransel Castle. That will involve a bit of walking. More to the point, uniformed soldiers asking around would attract a great deal of unwanted attention. Now you lack an intelligence division, it makes sense to ask the guild to help investigate such matters. As embarrassing as the situation is, you're exactly right. Without a functional intelligence division, we're very limited in what we can do. However, the new general plan from the top brass is to have the guild help us with as many tasks as possible. This is simply one case of that. Oh really? Thanks a heap, Dad. Now, take it as a sign of Cassius's faith in us. I must admit, it was my request to ask for you, however. I've been replaced in charge of the defense of the capital region until the signing ceremony. I would like as much information as I can possibly obtain in order to prepare a proper defense. Can I ask you to take this job? Oh, well, I do want to help. We're really kind of hip-deep in another case at this point. That girl, right? Let's hear your report on that situation now. I'll still explain the situation with Rene being abandoned at the Erbe Royal Villa. I see. Yes, an abandoned child is a problem you cannot simply ignore. Why would anyone do such a thing? It's kind of freaking me out too. I actually met her parents once briefly. They seem like this really thoughtful, loving couple. They adore Rene from what I saw. I had to think something really, really serious happened to make them leave her. Possibly. They may have gotten entangled in something and wanted to keep their child out of it. I do see an opportunity to kill two birds with one stone, however. Rene and her parents are foreigners, remember? You'll need to inquire at the hotel and the embassies regardless. Hey, I think I know where you're going with this. Ah, and all those places were friend. That is rather handy in an unfortunate way. The airship company may have travel records for all of them as well. I'll put out a general alert to all army posts to watch for their parents as well. Should they pass through any of the gate checkpoints, we should know. Thanks, Colonel. Sounds like you could take the job after all. Colonel, you may leave the investigation itself to us. I presume you want the final report in paper and in person, however? Yes, we prefer to avoid telephones to avoid any risk of interception. You'll be able to find me at the Erbe Royal Villa beginning today, actually. I'm sorry for the extra trouble, but could I ask that you bring the final report there in person? Sure. We'll see you at the villa once we know what's up. I wish you luck then. After seeing Colonel Cid out, Estelle's team decided to split up to investigate. Estelle, Zin, Olivier and Chloe were to head to the embassies, Gransel Castle and the Liberal News, while Sherazade would investigate the cathedral, hotel and airship company on her own. Okay, we'll be heading out. Tita, Rene, sorry to leave you two behind. Oh, it's okay. We're going out shopping. What? Sorry, Estelle. Rene really wants to visit the department store. Why, that's not how I remember things, Tita. As I recall, you were the one who said you wanted to look at all the stuffed animals. Oh, Rene! Well, I know you're bored, Rene, but since I'm not sure where we'll find out something about your parents, I'd like for you to wait here. Oh, come on, that's not fair! Double doe-eye stairs! I don't really see a problem, Estelle. If Tita's with her, it should be safe enough to let them go out shopping and around the city. I guess so. Okay, Tita, Rene, we'll be back by this evening, so you need to be back by then too, okay? And the capital's a really big place, so don't get lost. We will, and we won't. Rene, let's go. After you. See you, everyone. They sure became fast friends. Yeah, it's really easy to become friends at that age. Man, youth, I feel all old now. Although, Tita and Rene together. Why does that combination send a chill of doom down my spine? Oh, I think they'll be fine. Tita's kind of easy to push around, though. I get the feeling Rene might try to drag her into all kinds of stuff. That might be a good point. Ah yes, Elnan, did you find out the name of Rene's parents? It took a little insistent asking, but she eventually gave them. Her father is a trader from Crossbell. Harold and Sophia Hayworth are their names. Trader from Crossbell. Harold and Sophia Hayworth. Okay, got it written down. As do I. So, let's start asking around about them and these letters. So remember, Estelle's group will visit the embassies, Gransel Castle and the Bell News. Zin, Olivier, we will be counting on your aid at the embassies. Fear not, my brilliant smile can open any door. We'll make sure you see the ambassadors. Your Highness, your help would be invaluable at Gransel Castle. Please introduce Estelle to whoever can best help our investigation. Of course. As for the Bell News, I believe you yourself have an in for that, Estelle. Yeah, I could bug Neil about it. He kind of owes me at this point. And that leaves the cathedral, the airship company, and the ruin barn. Sherazade, good luck with those. I shouldn't have too much trouble. I'll try to be quick. So let's go! Time to get questioning them. Where should we start? Don't think it matters too much. If you want to go to the Calvardian embassy, you've got a free pass with me around. I can introduce you to Elsa whenever. I, of course, can get us into the Erebonian embassy. They should be glad to escort us if I introduce myself at the gate. And of course, I rather doubt it'll be very hard for me to get us into Gransel Castle. It might be wise to simply go straight there and speak with Grandmother. I highly doubt the Liberal News will give us any trouble either, so just pick a direction and go. Guild HQ, of course. Because we got quests to give in, and we got a new quest back. Oh, sure. The missing exhibit. A bit ago, one of our exhibits was removed by someone. It's not a particularly valuable item, so it's likely just a prank, but I would like to ask for an investigation just to be safe. Please come to our museum, East Block, in the landing port. That we can do. Oh, we got stuff. kill quest in as we reach E plus as we get an E plus as we receive an ingenuity course as a perk. Good work. So you succeeded your objective safely. You complete any other tasks, come report again. Right. Ingenuity. So what is it? It's a red quartz? Ooh. Recover small amounts of EP while walking. 5 fire. That's cool. Who to give that to? So it's 5 fire and it's some water too. 2 water. What about I switch that out for it? I need a level 2 slot, don't I? Fort St. A crest would be gained. Let's put cast 2 in place of the evade now. So we've got Tira, Tira, Curia, Clock Up X. Ah! That's a single though, but it's 50%. Damn, if that was an AoE Clock Up, that'd be amazing. So we got that new now. Also on top of that, was there any... Oh, there was. So we've got... Oh! We've got all of the normals, like the dark Sep if we need. So we need wind Sepif, I think, is the one thing we're missing for the special ability. So we could get 4 wind, we'd be sorted for White Gehenna. That'd be cool. So we got Flare Arrow. And what else was there? So with the Earth there, we get a crest, whatever that is. I feel that's the thing I don't need. So can I get something that will give me enough for Gehenna? That'd be lush. So we got enough of the other 2 quartz, I think. We definitely do. Let's see if we can make something. So I need 4 wind. Now I can definitely make something like an evade or shield. I wish there was something else that gave me 4 wind at this point. That minuses your ATS. Oh, we don't want that then. So I guess it would have to be evade. Not the best gem to be making. But if I switch that for range, what will I end up with? Alright, so now we've got Clock Up X, we've got Clock Down, Anticept All, Firebolt X, Spiral Flare, White Gehenna. We got it! Stupidly good spells. We got it. That's the one that causes faint in a large area. We got that, we got Spiral Flare, we've got Clock Down, we've got a crest, raises in range allies arch resistance. We've got Lefort, strength plus 25% M support. Saint, strength defense plus 25% single support. Oh my goodness, he's got so many abilities. I feel like I've geared him up a little bit too well. Hey. Can't complain, right? Now we did lose arts effect range, right? +1. So that might be a bit of a thing that will mess us a bit. Well, I'm glad about getting that. New abilities are always good. What else do I want to upgrade at this point? I mean, just some standard ones of like just HP up and that would be great. I'm still trying to get other stuff after all. I'll try to go for a bit HP free or mind free. Olivier is just well geared right now. HP 2, mine 2, EP cut 1. Then we want to get EP cut 3 so we can move down the EP cuts on those guys. We got attack 3 there. I think HP 1 is the one I could change the most at the moment. Hit 1. Not got many other confuses, have we all? Do I just do it? Why not? What's the harm? He says. So let's equip that to Estelle. We can even get defense thingy up as well. Let's get everyone HP 3. That will give her Tyr, Latyr, and Curia. As well as Blue Impact on top of that. So she got a fair new spells from that exchange. I mean, I could have done Mind 3 to get our spellcasters powered up even more in that regard, but I went off it. And then there's like the action 3 we could get to. We can't get that yet, can we? There is. Right, what does the EP cut 3 cost again? 300. I'll probably have enough. Let's go with an action 3 as well. Let's pass that on to Estelle. And then move the action 2 onto Zin. Speed him up a little bit too. So quite nice abilities we're getting here. So speed plus 30% on her. I don't think she's getting new abilities from that, but it's about time we powered up some other abilities and spells, wasn't it? Apart from that, there is a bit of equipment for Zin at the top of that, because with the Heavy Kestis we got the Silver Gauntlet down there. So more stuff done. Right. Olivier just became more powerful, did he? Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's got loads of spells, loads of ridiculous stuff. I think we're quite happy for Olivier right now. All the sheeps and penguins won't mess with us now, probably. Well, let's start in the news place, because that seems like the smallest place to explore. Considering we've never been in the embassies before, we're going to have to be exploring and talking a lot in there. Where's Neil? Oh, Estelle. Hey, Chief, it's been a while. What do you need today, huh? Business with Neil? Yeah, I got some questions on some more guild business. Is he back from Ruin yet? Yeah, he's back, but I think he stepped outside to do some coverage. Figures he always does seem pretty busy. Well, that's our job after all. Don't know where he is, but I heard he'll be back by the evening. Okay, got it, thanks. It seems we should start somewhere else. This could probably be the last place we visit. What? I run the coach column, so I don't have a super tight schedule like some of the people above me. But the flip side of that is I get used hard to help out with other things, so it's not easy. If anything, I'm so busy it's kind of depressing. And then Sam realizes the fact that he just started to start the main quest when we've got a quest that's literally on a short right now. That's not clever. Let's head through the north block. Through this exit. And that should get me over to this quest area, the museum, right? No, I've gone the wrong way. Let's use this time to speak to Anton. You sure seem to be yawning an awful lot while I'm trying to pull my heart out to you. If you're a friend, suffer with me. Good weather today again. He really doesn't care. He's just along for the ride, I think. The museum, that's where we want to go. Right. Then even the museum head and the curators seem to be very busy. Hope they don't fall ill. I know that thing's the museum director. Apparently they're looking to whether or not it's something the museum can hold on to, so I'm having a wonder while they check it out. But where are they currently? Here. Hello there, how can I help you? Better yet, how can we help you? We're with the Brace Guild, sir. Oh, excellent. I was hoping someone would come soon. Let's waste no time getting down to business. Sure. Yeah, sure. So what was stolen? About that. Do you notice anything off here? Off? Yeah, there's a painting missing. There's the airship gallery, right? But now that you mention it, something seems to be missing. You're right, Estelle. There was a portrait of the RCL on this wall, as I recall. Now you mention it, Chloe, I do remember something like that being here. How could I forget? I saw the portrait myself while touring the capital. Guess we know why you called us now. The portrait of the RCL was stolen, wasn't it? Precisely that. It was there this morning, but around noon or so, I'd noticed it was gone. The card was on the wall in its place. Oh, Beauty's princess and her loyal companions. Here we go. The image of the proud white falcon has fallen into my hands. Should you seek it, then answer my challenge. The first key is in the residence of the aged general. Search the onlooker of time. Him again. Our rivalry burns brighter still. Yeah, sounds like Phantom Thief Blue Blank, alright. You guys told me about him, but I thought you were exaggerating. You already know who the criminal is. Now that's what I call reassuring. I have every confidence you'll crack this case. We won't let you down. We'll be back before you know it. Right, well, in the old general's house, that's really easy. So that's not even that's just a starter tip. So off we go to General Morgan's residence. That's not it. It's not it, because it's not in this bit. It's the next one down. General Morgan's is right here. Wrong one. Same kind of gate. The onlooker of time means a clock, most likely then? Is that a dartboard or some kind of weird pie? I don't know. For all my husband's dislikes of braces, he certainly speaks to them quite a lot recently. Perhaps it's Cassius's influence, as shocking as that would be. Well, technically, she's looking at the clock at the moment, so that would make her an onlooker of time, right? Lucas has changed a bit. Maybe it's my imagination, but he seems to smile more than I'm accustomed to see him. He's happy to have a lot of pressure taken away, isn't he, though? There we go. So the aged general is probably General Morgan. In that case, is this the onlooker of time? I say it's likely. We'll need to check inside. Estelle asked to receive permission from the owners of the house to investigate the clock. Upon inspection, they found a card stuck to the back. The second key is in the city. Seek the symbol perched on the ground. As we thought. My, I think something like that was in this house. Well, this guy isn't the type to harm people who aren't involved in his weird plans, so don't worry. Best to close up tight at night just in case there's any more mischief, though. Yes, of course. Yes, we'll be careful. Alright, shall we continue? Right, it's in this city perched on the ground, a symbol. Makes it sound like a bird or an airship. Something like that. Or, of course, you've got, like, many statues of various types, too. That said, we haven't actually checked out this area since we started, so why not? Not like we were allowed back, after all. Welcome! Persons wishing to obtain tickets, please come to the reception desk. I doubt it is over here, of course, but still. Hey, Cher! Oh, what is it? I was just about to start asking the company. If you're here, does that mean you'll start with the embassies? Well, counting on you. Well, counting on you. Yes. Well, we're counting on you. That's the one. Sure, the company's a bit troubled after receiving that threat later. I hope we don't end up with another situation that causes trouble for our passengers. Oh, we still got a shop here? No, we've already bought the little news, so that's all good. It was pretty insane after the coup d'etat. We had to deal with cleaning up after the fact and also renormalize operation of the airliners. Just remembering day after day of leftover work brings tears to my eyes. Well, I'm opening a tour company together with the airship company. I proposed Bose for my first stop after visiting the other day, and the company approves. I'll be deciding the details of the tour now. The market. Seems the Republic will let me buy one of their liner ships, but now we're having a hard time coming to an agreement with them on price. The woman's supposed to be the Republican ambassador, but she seems more like a businesswoman. Probably is. I was a little sad about the RCL around. I wonder if Peyton will come back soon. There's no one really to compete with here when it's just me and the chief engineer. I've got to follow the maintenance checklist. I've got to hurry up and write it up. You do that, you. I don't know there's anything perched on the ground then. Where did my beloved RCL go? I've come this far and I'll chase to the ends of earth until I find out where it is. I know where it is, but I'm not telling you. Right, so nothing's perched on the ground down here. That's fine then. Can't go in the traffic control office. So it's going to be a statue most likely. A symbol of the city too is probably the main point. It is geocaching, isn't it? That is what we're doing. Who'd have thought he was so into it? Alright, well, we've got this place here. Second orbally power clock. No, that's not it. What was actually the clue again? I need to refresh. In the city, a symbol perched on the ground. It just sounds like a statue, doesn't it? It's the perch, so it sounds like a bird or an airship. Oh, wait a second.
Couldn't be an embassy sign, could it? Nope. Apart from that, the Grand Arena, no. Well, okay, that's exactly what we're looking for. But we need to find it in a different location. That's the symbol. Let's go to the very center of town. Is it somewhere as we entered? Well, there's this big bird here.
Symbol perched on the ground, huh? This white falcon symbol seems suspect to me.
This bird is the symbol of the bow, so it would stand out.
Let's have a look.
There is a car stuck to the base of the iron fence. The third key is in the foreign manse. Examine the will of the Blue Knight. Oh, it's in an embassy.
Alright, we got it. But what does the Blue Knight mean? Is he talking about the Royal Guard? They do certainly wear blue uniforms.
I think not. It says the foreign manse, so I don't think the Royal Guard makes sense. Or anything else, it wouldn't be beautiful, so we should try something else.
Is that right?
Well, it is coming from someone similar, so I guess maybe I should listen to the warning here? Which foreign manse, though? So basically, I need to be doing forward progress on the main story to forward progress the side mission too? Where to go first? Well, this is the nearest one. How about we go into the Calvardian embassy? I say the people we know the least about at this point are the Calvardians. Hey, how goes?
Oh, Zin, holy crap!
Wasting time in the Billville again? Something like that. Before I say hello to Elsa, I have something I need to talk to her about her. Is she in? Well, I haven't seen her leave, so I guess she's around. Oh, who's with you? Gotta ask, you know, policy. Now, they're helping me with some guild work. I'm gonna introduce them to Elsa. Well, okay. If they're with you, Zin, I guess I can let them in. So, welcome to the Calvardian Embassy. Oh, do keep in mind the embassy hall is Calvard soil. Calvard and Libelle are friends, but still, keep your nose clean, eh?
You hear that, Olivier?
And again, my heart is assaulted with arrows. How little trust you have in me. Please come in. And the embassy grounds are extraterritorial, just so you know. You should probably refrain from any suspicious activity. What, you mean like looking for a thing? This knight is somewhere in here. Oh, one of the two.
Oh, magnificent. Wow, this is the Calvardian embassy. I didn't expect it to be quite so fancy. And yet it's a bit exotic as well. I really like it.
Well, quite a few people from even farther east have settled in Calvard, you know. They had an impact on our culture too. Anyway, Elsa's office is the furthest room on the second floor.
Alrighty.
Well, let's look around.
Ah, Sin.
Hey, I'm back. I might end up borrowing a room, so I'll be in your care if that happens.
Of course. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you.
Good friends then.
Sin, come by and stay anytime. I'll have everything squeaky clean for you.
Seems he's very popular. So, she's on the second floor. We've got books here.
My, is that hulk of a man over there, Zin? I don't even need to see your face to know.
Hey, are you seriously going to judge based on my body size?
I thought you were a bear when we first met. My.
Jeez.
Zin is always going back and forth between Libelle and the Republic. It must be hard on him. Do take care not to push yourself too hard and lose your health.
Also, if he's like their best bracer by the sound of it, you kind of want him in the public, wouldn't you? The shelf holds the Dull Knight series. Oh my goodness! Are you ready? He wants me to read the entire Dull Knight series. Because this is the first time we've encountered it. And we've heard of it. Your ears are ready. How long will this take? Will this just be an episode of me coming up, reading the Dull Knight? How big is each book? The priest read all of that in one sitting. I'm better than him. I can beat Father Kevin Graham. Get your snacks prepared. Get your drink prepared. It's time to tell you all a story. 16 chapters? There's not 16 chapters. There's 22. 22!
Are we ready to go? Okay, 4 pages. We'll hope none have bigger one. Settle down, children. Father Samuel here is going to tell you a story at Sunday school. It is technically Sunday today, so let's all have Sunday school here in La Belle. Chapter 1. The Puppeteer's Apprentice. Long, long ago, in a certain little village, there lived a young boy. He was some 13 years old. His name was Pedro. Pedro was a small boy and not very strong, but his fingers were dexterous enough to astonish anyone. When he moved his whittling knife, wooden blocks would turn into birds and wonderful creatures as if by magic. The boy spent his days with these crafts as his life. One day, strange travellers came by the village. An old man with sharp eyes and a large man in black garb casually strolled into the general store, whereupon their eyes were drawn to a wooden bird so cunningly carved that one could almost hear its wings beat the air. It was Pedro's latest creation. After inquiring with the owner of the general store, the old man and his escort came upon the little house where Pedro lived, and the first words they had for him were, "Prepare your things, we're leaving for the city." Pedro's eyes widened in shock at the order. "What is this?" he cried. "Who are you people any?" His eyes fell on the large man in black. Pedro's words caught in his throat. The old man chuckled. "So you did notice. I thought you would." From the old man's fingers stretched transparent threads. He gestured and the black-garbed man bowed gracefully. The immense man was a clockwork puppet. "He is the Black Priest," the old man said. "My finest work." His wrinkled face creased further as he smiled slyly. "He was the famous master Capri Oratorio. Oratoria? There we go, that's better. Capri Oratoria. A puppeteer known throughout Weltluna. Oh my god, the names. Oratoria fixed Pedro with a beady eye. "You could craft something even greater than this. Doesn't the mere thought excite you?" No mere words were needed. Tossing his carving knife into his sack, Pedro fixed his cap on his head and greeted his new master by saying farewell to his old home. One chapter. Chapter 2. The Blue Knight. The years passed swiftly for Pedro at Oratoria's workshop on the outskirts of the capital. Under the tutelage of puppeteer Capri, he learned the techniques to build clockwork puppets and the skills to make them dance and perform. After 3 years of training, he completed his own masterpiece, a doll of noble bearing dressed in armor with a gleaming blue helm. If Capri's masterwork, the Black Priest, was a martial arts type focused on maneuverability, then Pedro's blue puppet was a well-balanced swordsman. Its counterattacks as it turned aside the Black Priest's punches and kicks were the very image of a graceful knight. "What will you call it?" Capri asked. Pedro had no answer. He had been so focused in its creation that he hadn't actually thought of one. Ultimately, it would come to be called the Blue Knight before he could name it. Okay, so this is to do with our side quest too now. It was some time after Pedro constructed the Blue Knight that the king who ruled from the city would pass on from their world. The king had long been ill, so there was little shock, and the mourning period passed smoothly. And so in accordance with the law, the king's only daughter, Princess Tia, would ascend to the throne as queen. Alright, we found the Blue Knight, but we've got to figure out if there's going to be a card, it's going to be put inside a book. Maybe, unless there's a figurine somewhere. So the problem here is, which book is it in? Chapter 3, On the Road Home. Pedro visited the city accompanied by the Blue Knight. With the crowning ceremony approaching, the streets were abuzz with excitement. As he strolled the city centre, people passing by cast strange looks his way. What a noble knight he must be! I'm sure he must be quite the famous hero. Do you suppose he's attending the crowning ceremony? Trailing quietly behind the Blue Knight, Pedro could hardly keep himself from doing a little dance. It felt like a step towards Capri, who could control the Black Priest as if it was human itself. Of course, at the same time, he found it annoying that others thought him the servant of his own creation. It was on his way back to the workshop outside of town that Pedro's humming was interrupted by a scream. "No, please stop!" cried a voice from the woods. "No one's going to save you," a man growled. "Give up and give in." From the looks of things, some thuggish men had a girl cornered. Dainty and clad in a white dress, the girl's searching eyes sought desperately for a way to flee from danger. Pedro squared his shoulders and, lowering his cap to shadow his eyes, he set his fingers in motion. The Blue Knight charged forward. Chapter 4. A Righteous Display. Upon seeing the Blue Knight appear like a shadow from the heart of the forest, the men harassing the girl could only gape in amazement. "Leave the girl and leave this place," the Blue Knight declared from the depths of his helmet. This was the ventriloquism that the old master had drilled into his head as a secret of puppeteering. Who the hell are you? Get out of here before you get hurt. Fools." With a jab from his clockwork fist, the Blue Knight knocked back the man holding the woman and pivoted swiftly to kick both men away. "Are you hurt, young lady?" No, I am well." "Good. It would be best if you stood back." At last, the Blue Knight drew its sword. Swathed in black, a third man who seemed like the leader approached. Not bad for a wanderer. Pedro eyed the new arrival. The black-garbed man's stance suggested he knew something of proper swordsmanship. Enough playing, though. Hand over the girl and I'll see you rewarded. To ignore one's duties is to be without courage. I fear I cannot do that, said the Blue Knight. Well then die, screamed the black-garbed man, and attacked. Chapter 5, The Girl with Sky Blue Eyes. The man in black attacked. From the upper right he feinted as if to strike the shoulder, but twisted his wrist and changed to a slash across the body. Pedro, having read the feint, pulled at his strings. The Blue Knight stepped back a half step, dodging the horizontal smash, then smacked the outstretched blade, knocking it from his foe's hands. Impossible! The black-garbed man rubbed his numb hand and paled as the Blue Knight shifted slightly. As if it was a sign, the folks turned and scattered like baby spiders. The girl gave a sigh of relief and curtsied. Thank you very much. She was still a bit shaky, but her manner was that of a noble woman. It is the duty of every knight to protect, paid no mind. Ah, are you from a foreign land, perhaps? Suddenly, Pedro was struck with a moment of whimsy. I am the touring knight, Pedro. The boy there is my servant, he made the puppet reply. Huh? The girl finally seemed to notice him. She faced him with an expression of bewilderment. However, Pedro was no less surprised. Indeed, his shock was many, many times greater than hers. Cool, turquoise blue eyes. That familiar, achingly lovely form. It was the same girl he had seen at ceremonies and from the balcony of the palace. Your Highness, he blurted. The girl wrapped in pure white was the very girl who had lost her father and was to be crowned in the capital. It was Princess Tia. Chapter 6, The Melancholy of the Princess. Would you be willing to guard me for these 2 weeks until the crowning ceremony? In the royal throne room, Princess Tia asked this question with a serious expression. Of course, she asked it not of Pedro, but of the Blue Knight. Have you not a royal guard? Surely you would be far better off with them as your protectors. Unable to say that the Blue Knight was a puppet, Pedro followed as far as the throne room. He shivered, sensing even more trouble about to come. The royal guard that protect the capital they obey the words of my uncle, Duke Gaston. Even before they abandoned me and fled, Princess Tia said softly. Duke Gaston was a man surrounded by bad rumours. It was an open secret that he took advantage of the previous king's illness to line his own purse. The man in black you confronted, Sir Pedro, I am sure that was my uncle's second in command. All of it was planned. Princess Tia's sky blue eyes clouded. At this point, the kindly Pedro could hardly refuse the role of escort. Understood, I shall accept your request, he had the Blue Knight reply. Princess Tia's smile was like the sun breaking through the clouds. Thank you, Sir Knight. Thank you so very much. She turned towards Pedro as well. And you too, good servant. May I ask for your name? Pedro hid his eyes once more in the shadow of his cap. I'm no one worthy of naming myself. Chapter 7, Turbulent Days. Protecting the princess proved harder than predicted. After all, almost every day there were new ne'er-do-wells sent after. Every day. Eventually, partially due to their closeness in age, Princess Tia and Pedro, still playing the servant, came to speak very openly to each other. While glad for the princess's trust, he didn't know what he would do if the truth of the Blue Knight came out. Pedro was beside himself with worry. On the other side of the city, a letter was delivered to a certain puppet workshop. What is this boy doing? Guessing the circumstances from the very vague statements in Pedro's letter, Capri sighed and gave a bitter smile. However, perhaps there's a good chance, he mused. Pedro was ever bright and straight as an arrow, yet his thoughts were always of puppets. Partially due to living outside the city, he had no friends he could call close, and yet it hardly seemed as if he felt lonely for it. While the role of escort to the princess was perhaps beyond his station, if it proved a chance to awaken more human feelings in his apprentice, Capri could only wish him the best with a parent's heart. And so the first bookcase is read, Chapter 8, What Makes the Darkness Shake. That girl is the devil's own luck! In a dim room lit by flickering candle flames, Duke Gaston cursed hatefully. He felt not a moment of sympathy or care for his niece. At this rate she shall see the crowning ceremony, he snarled. This night, Pedro, can't we handle him? He's the first man so skilled that we've encountered. We fear that even if the royal guard attacked at once, it might be difficult. Recalling the shame of having his sword knocked from his hands, Duke Gaston's second in command bit his lip. Still, we have nothing to fear, he said. Well, a bit of an odd character, we have hired a skilled assassin to handle this, my lord. Odd? What sort of person is he? Did you call? The flames danced bewitchingly, then went out as one, as if something tremendously heavy had collapsed down onto it. The carpeted floor shook with a thud. Who is it? Duke Gaston took a step back. The shadow illuminated by the moon was tremendous and inhuman. My lord, fear not. This is our assassin, Harlequin. He'll move all that is in your way with his puppet. The assassin sketched a mocking bow. I do love hunting. I don't take jobs unless the prey is lively. A sickening laugh shook the darkness. bringing a nasty smile to the Duke's face as well. Worry not, I'm sure your hunt will be most enjoyable. And so did the night bathed in red by a crimson moon fade to dawn, melting like ice. This is for all the viewers who want to know on his audiobook. Though I'd edit out the mistakes if I was making an audiobook. The Shelf Holds the Donut series, and so we move on to Chapter 9. Afternoon in the Lesser Palace. Afternoon in the palace began with a tea party in the gardens. The princess, as always, filled 3 cups with black tea from the pot. Please enjoy your tea. My thanks, the Blue Knight intoned. Thank you very much, Pedro said. Pedro removed the Blue Knight with his left hand as he sipped the tea made by the princess. It was the happiest moment in their otherwise busy days. Good servant, you really seem to enjoy your tea. It makes it very worth the effort for the one who made it. You were too kind. Smiling bitterly, Pedro pulled his strings. The Blue Knight in one go emptied the tea in the cup into the leather sack in his neck. At this, Princess Tia could only sigh, whereas Sir Pedro here seems to hardly find it delicious at all. It makes it difficult to be motivated. Pardon me, I fear I am an impolite man. In his heart, Pedro felt a nervous edge, but the Blue Knight answered with an ever-calm face. There had been countless moments where it seemed as if everything would be revealed, but Princess Tia showed no signs of doubting the truth of the Blue Knight. The princess smiled faintly, but her expression quickly turned somber. I suppose it doesn't matter. These fun afternoons will end tomorrow. After the crowning ceremony the following day, you should both leave the city after all. Chapter 10. A Faint Pain. As the princess's lonely words, Pedro's heart beat fast as a drum. I fear I am a man on the path of the warrior, so my apologies, the Blue Knight said. No, I should apologize. I shall hardly make much of a queen like this. The princess shook herself and smiled brightly. Forgetting to control the puppet, Pedro ducked his head to hide the longing on his face. He would have loved to stay as a guard. Though she might have been of noble birth, Princess Tia was a lonely girl who had lost her father. However, she had been speaking not of the servant like Pedro, but of the Blue Knight. To the princess, Pedro was simply part of the package. Thinking that made his chest hurt somehow, it was a pain such as he'd never felt when he was handling his puppets. Ultimately, Pedro had chosen. Even if it meant sending the princess to flee from this unbearable pain in his chest. Would you like a second cup? As if to clear the heavy atmosphere, the princess offered the pot with a smile. Oh, that does sound good. Mind give me a cup? With a nerving laugh, a shadow leapt in. What? A sudden gust tore through the garden, setting the tea set flying off the table. Crimson wings beat the air as an immense puppet in the form of a devil fell to the earth. Sorry for interrupting your lovely tea party, tittered a voice. Would you mind playing with me for a bit? On the devil's left arm was a human figure. It was the masked puppeteer, Harlequin. I'll make sure it's plenty of fun, he giggled.